Bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up. What's up, beautiful people? Beautiful people. Aunt Tia's backyard. Gigi. What's going on, Gigi? What's up? Bro, my brother, bro, what's going on? I'm already here. Go on, smash that like button. I appreciate that, my bro. How y'all doing out there? Y'all doing good? Well, Viola, how you doing? Q, what it do? Lion Chris Outdoors. What's going on? Bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up, fam. Bless up, y'all. You know me, I'm not gonna string this out. I'm gonna keep it real, gonna keep straight to the point. This is a little bit different from the garden. So if you want to talk about brassicas like my boy Q, you want to talk about growing and what y'all growing, this ain't the lie. So this right here is what my good friend Led Led Farmer would say, ranch dressing. This a little ranch dressing. What's up, Mama? What's going on? Welcome to the hood. Welcome to the hood. What hood? Eco Neighbors Hood. Welcome to the hood. And what I want you to do, I want you to say, when I say what you claiming, I want you to throw your zone up. Throw your zone up. Foster Family Fun. Welcome to the hood. What hood? Eco Neighborhood. What's that you claiming? Stinky Puddle Ranch. What's going on, Stinky Puddle Ranch? What's the word? Y'all good? What hood? Eco Hood. That's right. What hood? Eco Neighborhood. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Y'all go ahead. There we go. Throw up. Zone 8B, Broke Farmer. GA, baby. GA. Veggie. What's going on, Stacy? Good to see you. Welcome. Tammy, Zone 8A. What's going on? You right up the road. Yeah, 9B Viola. That's what's going on. L40 Jr. L40 Jr. I like that name. What is going on, my fam? Stinky Puddle Ranch says Zone 6B, 7A, and 7B. Oh, you all over the place. Go on, throw that 8A and 8B in there. What set y'all from? What set y'all from? Go and put it in the chat. 9A, that's what's up. Welcome to the hood. Welcome to the hood. That's right. What's up, Hudson? What's going on? All right, y'all. Let's get started. Let's get started. I want to give you some background. I want to give you a little background to what I'm going to be talking about today. So, first of all, I live in Tallahassee, Florida. And just to kind of give you a background about Tallahassee, Florida. Tallahassee, Florida is the capital of the state of Florida, as you know. But when it comes to the job market, it's not a lot of opportunities outside of the government. So Tallahassee, Florida is full of government jobs. If you want to work for the government, you want a good government job, you want a good steady income, welcome to Tallahassee. But what I would like to see is a little bit more diversification when it comes to sources of income. Private sector, nonprofits. Be nice to have a nice little balance, you know what I'm saying? So with that said, there was a project going on. And just to let you know, G Mama, what's going on, G Mama? Just to let you know, anytime there's a lot of dollars floating around, a lot of money floating around, the community, county, city leaders, they know about it before we all know about it. Tasha Oshie Grove 7A. What's up, Maryland? So here it is where we know it now, but we didn't know at the time. It was Amazon looking at bringing in um, a warehouse, distribution warehouse. Hello, how you doing, AB? You in the zone. You in the zone. You in the real zone. But so they came up with this code name called Project Mango, like the mango tree, Project Mango. So this time I'm tying it into the garden. I'm trying to tie it in the garden. But they kept it on the hush hush. And the reason why they do it, I get it. There's reason. Pitts, what's going on, Pitts? The reason why they do this is so landowners and people won't do price hikes and people won't make all these big financial moves to drive up the cost on what it's really going to take to do the infrastructure and what it's going to take to do the locations and all that. So they'll do these little code names and code people. They'll send out spies or whatever to kind of check it out, all of this good stuff. Y'all know how it's done. Y'all know how cities ran. So Project Mango actually in effect right now. It's down probably about 2-3 miles from me. And the crazy thing is, I'm on this app called Nextdoor. If you're not familiar with Nextdoor, Nextdoor is an app where you it's a community. Basically, you put in where you located or where you are, and you develop these communities. And they're your local neighbors, your local people that's around you. And then it's an app, almost like it's a social app. But then you'll find out about news if they're active now. Only if they're active. You'll find out about news. Jay Weezy, what's going on? You'll find out about news. You'll find out about the local dog that got missing down the street. You'll find out about yard sales. You'll find out about crime that took place. You'll also find out about anything that's kind of happening in the local community. So I'm a part of the Nextdoor app, and I post. I've been posting for a couple of years, right? And I post flowers, inspirational words. I share locations, beautiful locations around in our neighborhoods and around like parks and different stuff like that. I've been doing that for years, right? But this time, old Eco gonna decide to say something about this Amazon. Yeah, I said something about the Amazon, and I was like, "Are y'all excited? Cause I'm excited. You're not excited? Are y'all excited about it?" So first, I post a little video I got on my YouTube. Y'all check out the YouTube. I got those little clips, and I took those little clips and I shared them with Nextdoor. And oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my goodness. You get to find out how people really are. You get to really find out what people really think. So make a long story short, let me tell you about some of these comments. I even got inboxed by some of my quote neighbors who told me that, you know what, I respected you. You put out great content. I really felt like you was a person of nature and integrity. And then now you selling yourself out to all of gym these big companies, and you getting paid. We think you're a plant where you're in this neighborhood, you've been bought, and you basically came in this neighborhood and been priming us up to get us ready for the welcome Amazon and get us baptized. You know, you got to be careful now. A lot of times we can take these things to extremes. I see all this prepping stuff. I see all everybody getting fearful, and everybody, they keep watching and watching this thing that they see this cycle of paranoid frenzy. But come on, what's a warehouse, man? I also had nature lovers that was very disappointed in me because they tore down and ripped up the area. Now, granted, I live nowhere from I-10, and this warehouse sits on I-10. Tell me, in what world, in what neighborhood where there's a major thoroughfare and a major highway that crosses it, where you don't think there's going to be developing growth? I mean, if you moved out this way, you automatically know that if you live next to the interstate, the likelihood and hotels, restaurants, businesses, it's going to come. I mean, I don't know what worked, but a lot of people was very disheartened and disappointed with the fact that I'm eco neighbor and I'm all about the environment. But then here I am, I'm welcoming this big box store. Because you know what I'm thinking about? Tell me what, if y'all put in the chat, tell me this. Tell me what organization or what business or what thing that you can bring to your neighborhood where you can bring 1,000, minimum 1,000 jobs. Put it in the chat. Tell me what can we do to bring about 1,000 jobs? Because that's what it's doing. And then not to count the other pieces, because if people make money, they start building houses, they start paying rent. Typically crime goes down if the community is making money, because not everybody can get a job with the state government. Not everybody can get a job. But think about this: you rather increase state government jobs, which means taxation, which means we are pulling resources from our citizens. Or would you rather bring in a money generator that's going to provide income to the families, to the local families? Now, some of the comments they also made was, hey, why don't we do a minor league baseball team? That would have been better. Then it would have been an issue about parking, traffic. It would have been an issue about um, all the trash. Now, we're willing to fight to not tear down trees for a warehouse that's going to provide families jobs and what have you. But then we willing to be entertained. Let me go take my 20 or 40 or $50 down here to this stadium. How often do that happen? But most people, they don't calculate. I dibble and dabble with business all my life. In order to bring a minor league or professional team to your city, guess what the city does? They fuck up money up front. Yeah, they they put up quite a bit of money up front to bring them people. And I'm gonna tell you right now, most of those companies don't even pay for it. We just gonna get a little cozy here while we talk a little bit. Most of these companies, they don't even these entertainment companies, all these leagues and minor leagues, and we're not going to talk about the. I think it was over the last count was about $270 million have been squandered since COVID. Did I say that? Since that virus kind of came around, based on leagues and different teams shutting down. That 270 million is what's left to those cities and those counties when they drop these teams. So they still got to pay them taxes. Yeah. If we bring in a major league football team or baseball team or basketball team, somebody got to build the stadium, the infrastructure. Somebody got to sell it, and somebody got to make it happen. And then there's also tax incentives on top of that. So you got all of that stuff going on. But now we're talking about here it is where it was already a field, y'all. They kept the 100-year-old oak trees. They didn't tear those 100-year oak trees down. They kept the oak trees. They building a center. And guess what? The most unimpactful industry is warehousing. You try, I work for a couple of companies. I mean, companies that are well known, that's probably in your kitchen, in your bathroom, and everywhere else. And I don't want to talk about the waste that goes into the water, the infrastructure. I don't even want to talk about, because that waste got to go somewhere. I don't want to talk about growing up. I remember growing up, we had a rubber company in my hometown. It's people still now suffering from that's tied to that, from the paints, from the chemicals. They still suffering from that. We got manufacturing. That's probably some of the things that most people say, some kind of manufacturing or something. But in order to build, it must be something consumed. And if it's something consumed, where you gonna put the scraps? Where you gonna put the waste at? So, I mean, when you think about a footprint and you think about 1,000 jobs every single day, not on a special season, not at a special time, but 1,000 jobs, 1,000 households. Think about that, y'all. And the wages are decent. But then we get people that I remember. Do y'all remember Walmart? Have anybody ever, when Walmart was starting to grow and it was creating these, expanding these stores? I used to sit in some town hall meetings in these small rural communities, and you would think that the earth is opening up and people are falling in there because of Walmart and what it's going to do to the community. And now we can't even imagine communities without those Walmarts. Not in the South, at least. I mean, here it is, grocery stores where people were saying the local stores and the local stuff will suffer. But then guess what? We still got local businesses. Now, does it impact? Of course it impacts. But how you gonna stop that train? Because we like to do what? Consume. As people, we like to consume. Let me get in the chat. I'm sorry. I've been kind of Just ranting and raving. Let me go back. Let me go back in the chat. What's up, Sunday? What's going on, Sunday? You driving? Okay, you be safe out there, my brother. Be safe. Uh, they straight tripping. Hey, you know, I would like to be optimistic. I like to look at both sides of the coin because there's always two sides to the coin. So let's think about this. What would it do to, I guess, what would be some negative things? So we got more large vehicles, more traffic. So therefore, you got exhaust and fumes. You got more people coming. So therefore, this city. One thing about Tallahassee, it's a beautiful city, but you'll notice it's very unique from other cities in the state of Florida. It has majestic, beautiful live oaks decorated everywhere. You can't go anywhere. I got one right here behind me. You can't go anywhere in Tallahassee without canopy roads and beautiful roads and beautiful trees. We got a lot of nature trails. We got a lot of walking trails, bike trails. It is beautiful. I do love that. But guess what? I still want to maintain that because these trails, this is the crazy thing about these trails. Most of these trails are asphalt or concrete. They have lights. They have telephones, emergency phones. They even got water fountains where if you get hot, some of these walking trails throughout decorated throughout the city, you can drink from that water. Then they also got benches, beautiful, just it fits the environment. And I'm not talking about no little thin roadway. I'm talking about where you can drive a little cart. It's that wide. And it's decorated throughout this whole city. This city is beautiful when it comes to nature. I never want to give that up. But I also know in order to maintain that year after year after year, to get it repaid, we're decorated with um, ornamental plants. We have beautiful plants that we plant along the roadside. Even around our roundabouts, we have a flower bed inside that. It's beautiful, but all of that come with a cost. And if we only have a few small people that are working, that are able to provide for their family, who gonna pay those taxes? Who gonna maintain and keep it? Now, one thing I will tell you, it's pretty expensive when it comes to taxes. Even though we don't have a state tax, so when we buy food, we don't have to pay taxes. But when we buy gas, or if we buy anything that's non-food related, we have to pay taxes. And therefore, the prices are a little bit higher than most areas. So either way, they're getting it. Either way, they're getting it. Tax, yes, bro, tax, exactly. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, tax breaks. Excellent point. The Amazon will be getting, I think it's somewhere around 2.56 mil or something like that. Don't quote me. But they will get that kind of tax incentive over a 10-year period. Think about that. You realize how much money Amazon going to generate just to get a 2.5 mil tax break over 10 years? Man, people just need to do the math and really look at this. You tell me it's a business coming here. They're going to build their own structure. They're going to acquire land. They're going to pay for the land. They're going to get a little tax incentive. But if you look at the amount of benefit for the community and for the employees and for the people compared to what we have to pay or what they get, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, right? Plus, they'll make the community pay for it. You better believe it. If we going Mama, if we get a, as they call it, they was very upset with me, very disappointed with me. But then they said, I asked them about solutions, and the solutions that they said was we should have a minor league baseball. We should have this. And I'm like, then you would complain about the lights at 12 and 1 o'clock when it's on the ninth inning, the noise. I mean, and then one thing about these places, it's a beautiful area where it's at. You're gonna have paper all stroll cups and trash and all kinds of different stuff all everywhere. And what? You still tearing down the trees. You still putting asphalt parking lots. You still got to maintain the lights. You still got to maintain everything else. But yet, it's not providing anything other than a few hundred, maybe at the most, few hundred people jobs, concession stand jobs, maintenance jobs, a couple other things like that. But remember, most of this stuff seasonal. And then you have something like 2020 hit, no one's going nowhere. No revenue being made. Who's gonna pay for that? Who's gonna pay for them lights? Who's gonna pay for all that? And it's like us. When we know we got a job, we know we got some money coming in, we typically build our budget based on no possibility. You think the cities and the counties don't do that? They know they're expecting to get so much revenue, they start building their budget 10 years out with the expectations of what they're gonna get. And guess what happens? If the expectation don't meet it, or if a professional league drop that team and now we got a big old beautiful stadium that's just sitting there isolated, guess who still got to pay for those projections? Who still got to pay for them taxes? We still got to pay for that. It's still here. Yeah, it's grown folk conversation. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, but I'm keeping it real. I think we should have texture in the community. I think we should have more than just, okay, it's fine we growing, it's fine we protecting ourselves, it's fine we doing this, but let's also talk about the business aspect. Let's talk about cultivating more knowledge and knowing how things work, knowing that there's going to be potential growth. Before you buy that land, make sure that is there going to be a thoroughfare? If they're going to widen this highway, they're going to widen this. If they widen it, they're going to typically take some land. And if they take some land, how much land would they take? And where would that put my house if I don't have but so much land? If I may have a little highway that I'm sitting in front of, and they may be expanding it. We got to be thinking not just now. We got to be thinking for the future as well. Let's see. I apologize if I skipped your comment, but I'm gonna scroll down. Those same people have family members that will be applying. Exactly. They will be applying for those jobs. Now, keep this in mind. You never ever want a community or anything, whether it's your personal account or anything, where you got one source of income, one main source of income. Why would you want to put yourself in a situation where you got mainly one source of income? I mean, just think about it. Just think, what's the long term growth? And then people say, okay, all the people and all the traffic. Then now we got more traffic. The roadways already. That's the infrastructure thing, you know. But how you gonna get new ideas and new people and fresh new ideas, and how you gonna get the new development and the growth without being attractive to our youth? See, I'm thinking about our youth, fam. I'm thinking about my daughters, my grandkids, to be able to be viable contribution to society. I want opportunities for them because I kind of did my thing. I still got some more doing to do, but we got to think far beyond just right now, far beyond and just us and us and us and us. Well, I just like going to the store and I like being the only one at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday or 9 o'clock on a Tuesday. Come on. But then here it is where you got youth out here, they don't have no job, no opportunities. Some people not designed to sit at the desk all day. Some people not built like that. And some people are amazing people with their hands. They can do amazing things with their hand. And we need those people. We need people who can fix something, who can take something down and put it back up, or somebody who can create new innovation. We need someone who got those skills to be able to do what we call labor jobs. Those labor jobs, how we survive. Can you imagine? We didn't have the city, the infrastructure, the county, the roadway people, the crew, the mechanics, the carpenters. Can you imagine we didn't have those people? But one warehouse can bring mechanics in, could bring, now they gotta have forklifts. When they get forklifts, they gotta have maintenance on the forklift. They gotta have the trucks, the trailers. They gotta have maintenance on the trailers. They gotta do leases with the trailers. They gotta have a yard. They gotta have someone cleaning the facility. They gotta have someone maintenance in the building. They gotta have landscapers that are gonna keep the landscape. They gotta have painters that's gonna keep everything painted, keep all the caution signs, and keep all the side the parking lot. All of this is a contribution. So I get it. We want to be in our own zone, and we 50 or 40 or 60 or 70 or 80 years old, and we love the idea, but change is inevitable. It's inevitable. And we should want just as much for our kids and our future as we did for us. Growing up in a little small town, we had all kinds of different jobs. You could decide to either work. When I got my first job, when I first got out of school, guess what? I built mainframes to the missile command centers in a little small town. I worked for a company where we built the mainframe for a missile command center. But guess what? That was in a little small town. We missing those things where you could be anything. You could work. We had a boat manufacturer. We had that rubber company. We had mattress manufacturer. We had mobile home manufacturers. We had agriculture. We had nonprofit organizations like Habitat started where I'm from. All of this was in our community. So you getting out of school, you had choices. Whether you want to be your entrepreneur, whether you want to go work at a company, whether you want to build build something, whether you want to get hands on or whether you want to do clerical work. Our community should be the same way, where we got all of these different opportunities. And we should welcome the fact that here we are having opportunities for our people. I'm late, but I'm here, fam. All right, I appreciate you, man. Growing with Hudson. They will bring jobs. This is Veggie right here. They will bring jobs and may attract other businesses to move there and can cause an increase in property values. Also, whoa, now you talking. Here it is where it's plenty of people, and raise your hand if you're one of these people. You done spent all your years. You really don't have a lot of savings. You don't have a lot of retirement money, but you done sunk all your money into where you live at because you've been taking care of your kids. You've been helping your kids. You've been helping them through school. You've been doing all these different things, and you don't put all of your majority of your money into your house. Now, guess what? You ain't really had this amount of money when you retire, man. You don't have this big old 401k. You don't really have a lot of money. But then now, you know what they used to do back in the days? There was a migration of my great uncles and aunts. Back in the 40s, they left those small little towns and they either moved to New Jersey, Detroit, and Miami. A large number of my family, they migrated to Miami and they worked tirelessly. They put in the work. They lived a life. They went to the jobs because Miami in the 40s was kind of just barely just blossoming. It was just starting to be because it was an old, small little town, but it kept growing and kept growing and kept growing. But guess what those people did over a period of time? They accumulated wealth, not in savings, but through their real estate. Then guess what they did when they got a little bit older? They all came back home. So they could blink an eye and buy a brand new house or build a brand new house, and it was peanuts and compared to what they little 1,200, 1,100 square foot block house in Miami. You never can tell. Building that wealth, thinking beyond right now. Yeah, you might have to move. You might have to move out the market, but you got options. You got options. That's the beautiful thing about it. So good, Gardner. What's going on? Gee, mama. Let's see. We got an Amazon center down. This is broke right here. We got an Amazon center down the street. It raises the hourly wage in the area. See? Now, I'm gonna sip on this real quick if I say this, y'all. You know, you got certain people that are well established, well endowed. They don't hurt for nothing. They can walk into a restaurant and people know their name in these small communities. And they could be a part of something and things happen. Things get to happen. You know what I'm saying? They well to do. But now Broke just brought up when you get new companies, you get new money coming in, you get new influences coming in, you get new ideas coming in. Guess what happens? That pool gets a little bit tighter and tighter on some of those who been pushing against development and growth. And you didn't even realize that new ideas and new companies and new wealth can generate more wealth. So if you got an entrepreneur, you're a business, you've been trying to do business with this entity and that, and you can't get in because this one person or one company or one entity or one family has been doing all the work and getting all the big projects and getting everything. Now you get a new company, you come in and now you get some of that work, and now you're able to eat a little bit better. So I'm telling you, it's like a mushroom effect. And a lot of times the negativity comes from, hey, who are you? Now, getting back to this neighbor that had reached out to me and told me that I did all these positive things, all these positive posts. I was inspirational, and I did it for years. I put one post, and guess what he told me? He says, after calling me, then I've been paid, bribed. I've been paid. I done sold my soul for a dollar bill, and I'm getting paid by all Amazon and probably the city and everybody else. He said, I'm no longer a fan of you. No longer a fan. And I said, wow, I could do great things for 2 years and do one thing, not bad, but you just don't agree with it. And you cut me off, completely just cut me off. Or were you really a fan, or were you really there for a positive reason? Or were you just looking for that aha moment? Aha, I knew something. Aha, I knew someone right about him. People can say some hurtful things, and people can communicate to you in a lot of hurtful ways. And I'm telling you, we got a lot of content creators on here, a lot of YouTube content creators. But I'm telling you, don't be afraid to invoke change. You can't be received by everybody, but you here for a purpose. That idea pops in your head for a purpose. You're here to not only cultivate this world, influence this world, but you're here to give something. Give something a new, bright idea. Don't be afraid of what the negative pieces or the negative reactions that may happen. Be brave and be strong enough to just share some of your ideas and some of your perspectives. Because not everybody gonna agree all the time, but you still gotta share your dream. You gotta share your ideas. And I got this one lady on the same platform. So what I do, I drop videos, and sometimes I share my YouTube video, and then I take pictures of beautiful landscapes around this area, nature trails and all that. And this one woman said, I told y'all to unfollow him. I kept telling y'all unfollow him. I kept telling y'all to unfollow him. She kept coming. I told y'all to unfollow him. I tell you, man, whenever you're doing something, you're gonna get resistance. But that shouldn't take you out the game, y'all. That shouldn't take you out of the game, because I'm still gonna post positive things. I'm gonna post inspirational things. I know I'm in the garden community. I'm not always talking about the garden, but I feel like we got different textures, different dimensions, and I'm hoping that I can sustain uh, that trust factor, and I hope I can keep having you all to still go through this journey with me. So sometimes when I get off the left field and I just want to talk a little business with you, or I want to talk about getting the wheel, making sure you get yourself taken care of, or if I want to talk about your finances, or if I want to talk about things that I've been through, things that I've learned for near-death experiences, it's just there for some people to know that you're not by yourself, and you should be encouraged to know that if I can make it through, you can make it through, because I'm your neighbor, and you're in the hood, you're in Eco neighborhood, and just remember that No matter how far we are apart from each other, we all neighbors, y'all. We all have different strengths and we all have different weaknesses. But I encourage you all to keep on growing, keep doing what you're doing, keep being strong, and keep being a part of the community. And when you get a part of the community like we are now, make sure that when you see something not right or you see something, or if you applaud something, share it. Sometimes we think too much about, well, somebody might not like it, somebody might not do this, somebody might not do that. But guess what? Now, as I close, I want to share with you some of the positive comments that a lot of people made. But there were more negative comments. There were more negative comments than there were positive comments. But I'm focused on the positive. I had people say, I applaud the fact that you sharing this. I like the fact of having opportunities for more jobs and more advancement in the community. I had people say that I'm welcoming it. I'm glad. I have people saying that we welcome Amazon to our community. We welcome them. So all I'm saying is there are people that are in a room and in a community and they sit back and they say nothing because they're afraid of getting negative responses. But we have to stand up by having that leadership mindset and being able to communicate those things, because some of those people, they may not say those things that they feel, you know what I'm saying? And it's good to know that you're not by yourself. So I encourage everybody, pay attention to your local community, help people out whenever you can. And I'm fixing to scroll down to the chat. Foster Family Fun. I wouldn't want to live next to an Amazon warehouse, but I get with an Amazon warehouse that means more jobs for the area. But more importantly, to me, it might mean I would get my packages sooner. This is the beautiful thing about life, like Veggie said, think about this. Say if you live in an area where there's progress, and then just say if your real estate went up dramatically because you in the proximity of that. Yo, don't get so rooted, man. You be able to say, hey, I'm finna move somewhere else. And then I'm gonna take this money, I'm finna take it to another avenue. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I mean, would I want to stay directly next to it? I don't think so. But that's one of those things. I just say this. If you buy property close to a main intersection, next to a main thoroughfare, the likelihood in gas stations, hotels, restaurants, industry, the likelihood is pretty darn high. It's pretty high. So think about that before you buy your property. Think about that before you invest in property. Just think about those things. Hey, Beshette, how you doing? Miss Ann, how you doing? Black's Tropical Homestead, what's going on, my soil fam? Jay Weezy 3 and 1. The Weekend Garden Show. I can't do it like broke, but I'll try. Much love to you, Beshette. Let's see. So good, Gardner. Much love to you too, my brother. Straight facts. I seen them make highways all the way to the countryside. Yeah, all day long. One thing about it, on Hudson and fam, you you can't stop progress. I mean, it's just gonna happen. That's just like saying right now we got enough people on this earth. We not having no more babies. We ain't having no more children. Yeah, I mean that's one of the things, man. You're gonna have progress. It comes with the territory. You live long enough, you see it happen all the time. Tommy, Tommy called me Echo, but that's all good. I know what you mean. Hello, Echo and Gigi. I agree because they upset over the fare because of traffic. Yeah, yeah. Redeeming lives. What's going on, redeeming lives? You cannot keep things consistent. I could grow this. tree out here. And as bad as I want it to stay that height and that size, it's gonna change. I could have me a little man. I got some beautiful little babies when they was little babies, and I can't keep them that same size. It's just not reality, y'all. It don't work like that. Life don't work like that. Everything must grow. Everything must grow. If it don't grow, guess what's gonna happen? If it ain't growing, it's not here. Don't hurt the harvest. What's going on? Don't hurt the harvest. Many blessings to you. Absolutely, the trade industry is struggling big time. The trade industry has struggled for a long, long time, um, and it's going to be a quite different world coming up, and it's going to be interesting. But I don't think that the art of trade will be extinguished. I just think the opportunities, as far as a mass, may not be as many. But I believe you're going to always have tradesmen. You're going to always need tradesmen, and we're going to always be able to utilize them as well. Those robotics break down, so they still need people to keep. Yeah, exactly. You know, but eventually the robots gonna repair themselves. So I ain't going down that way. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We got two new truck stops next to Amazon. I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, but guess what? Two new truck stops. So let's think about two new truck stops. What that mean by having two new truck stops? That means more people coming, more people stopping, spending money, more taxes coming in to the community. Then you got somebody got to run the truck stop. Somebody got to maintain the truck stop. Somebody truck is gonna break down while it's at the truck stop. Somebody gonna have to repair the truck. Somebody gonna have to put on tires. Somebody gonna have to do something. I mean, it's just a cycle of life, y'all. Right here, and they thought it was a bright idea to take the trades out of schools. That, Mama, I to this day I do not understand that. When I was going to school, we had trade from middle school all the way through high school. And we had carpentry, we had mechanic, we had printing, we had welding, we had drafting. It was a couple other things that we had. And um, we need plumbers. We need our carpentry people. We need our craftsmen. We need our mechanics. We need all of that because without that, we can't maintain. Wow, that's awesome. Most of our industry have closed down in our town. Very sad. Mostly overseas now. And what happens when these big buildings close down? You start feeling the crunch of the community start to dry up, and you lose your youth. And I want to tell people over and over again how important the youth is. Our youth is what keeps us alive. Our nursing homes, our youth running. Our restaurants, our youth running. Our hotels, the youth running. Our hospitals, the youth running. We got to wake up and realize that, especially if you're Generation X like myself, you're a small pinch of the population. You got baby boomers, you got Generation X, and you got Y and Z, and it's not that many of us. So who gonna take care of you? Who gonna run those errands for you? Who gonna do those Uber runs for you? Who gonna bring those resources to you? It's just one of those things. Hey, Love Notes, what's going on, Love Notes? We want the convenience of getting everything quickly, but not the sacrifice that come with it. Can I pin that? I need to pin that. That's a nice one right there. I'm not sure how to pin this show. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna let that one sit there right there. Hold on. Let's get a little cozy. Yeah, that part. That part. Doctor, I'm still in my 30s. Hey, I stopped in the show. Love really. Okay. You know you're a beautiful wife. Yeah, beautiful wife is my girl. Thumbs up video. That's what's up. Welcome, Miss Queen. Welcome to the Queen. Y'all, welcome to Queen. Welcome to the Queen. And I'm trying my best to read the screen without doing what Gigi do. She got a new glasses. Y'all seen Gigi with the new glasses? She got some new glasses, y'all. She doing a thing now. She's sitting back in everything. Yeah, I told her she needed glasses about 10 years ago, but she wouldn't listen. But she had to buy down. She had to buy down to get them glasses. But she can see far away. She can see you far away, but up close, she can't read them letters. That's what happened with time. Nikki in the building. What's up, Nikki? What's going on? Let's see. Like tropical homestead. This is why we decided to live the way we live. We work for ourselves. Amazon is killing it in Savannah, but the ports is what got my household great. Trucking company was our best investment. All right. So here we got Black Tropical to say, hey, I'm doing the best of both worlds. I'm self-sustaining over here, but then I'm going to get that cheese over here. Man, we gotta look for opportunities. You decide the life you want to live, y'all. You decide the life you want to live. Empower yourself. Empower yourself to dream and say and speak it into existence. This is what I want. I want a job where I want to do something where I can generate revenue to feed my family. I can be independent. I can think for myself, and then I at the same time I can have fun doing it. Why not speak that into existence? And then after you speak it, go ahead and write it down. Then after you write it down, go ahead and guess what? Find out how can you do what you need to do to make that happen. Yeah, it requires some work. It requires some effort. It don't start overnight. But guess what? Man, you got it. That's why it's so important that we use ideas, y'all. Use ideas. Ideas are our blessings from the Creator. Our ideas are our blessing. Money is not the blessing. House stuff is not the blessing. Our ideas are our blessing. You can get fired from a job. You can get terminated from a job. But your ideas, no one can take from you. And it's yours. It's yours. Even if someone try to steal after they see you implement it, they can't do it like you can. They don't see the vision like you do. Keep at it. Keep going. My son works for a black trucking company. His boss bought him a brand new truck. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. I agree with Love Notes. They did that to a lot of elderly in Nashville. What Love Notes said. Let's see. Yeah, let me see if I can find what Love Notes said. Oh, Love Notes. Yeah, because some people get priced out of their neighborhoods because the property taxes got too high. It goes both ways. Okay, okay. Love Notes. Out of much respect, you are absolutely right. But I'm gonna tell you, most people now, y'all got internet, as Broke say, you can Google. We better wake up and realize that we gotta start thinking about right now, right now, now, now. When we move, we need to look for not just now, but we need to look for the future. I'm in my 40s. I know I'm gonna be sometime if the God bless me to live. I'm gonna be in my 60s. Every year I get notification that my taxes are getting higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Now, as I plan for my 60s, I'm thinking this is how much money I'm gonna be bringing in. This is how much money gonna be going out. I got a 20-year plan to make that adjustment. Google, find out. Okay, right now, judging from what it looks like, I'm getting ready to retire on. it looks like I'm not gonna be able to afford this. I'm not gonna be able to afford this house. And the kids are gone. And I really don't need all of this house. And guess what? Even if I still want to just keep a big house, I need to find where can I get another house with lower taxes and lower costs. So guess what that involves? That involves taking that proactive approach, and that involves also finding solutions. Finding solutions. Years ago, our people didn't have the resources we have. Years ago, our people didn't have the access to knowledge that we have. But we should take a look at the past and learn from it. But then we should also not take that approach of, well, it happened to them, it's going to happen to me. It's going to happen to me because I've got dark colored skin. It's going to happen to me because it happened to my grandpa. No, I ain't going to do that. And we gotta start taking charge of what we have and the knowledge we have, and we need to do some research and take some serious look at what we're doing. If I sitting here and I got a garden and a house, and I'm already seeing where my income is not matching up with the price of inflation, where I'm at, I need to consider relocating. Is it comfortable? No, it ain't comfortable. Is it fun? No, it ain't fun. But it's a time where you need to take the money and run. You take the money and run. Or maybe I need to combine households. I got a sister, I got a brother, I got a friend over here. Have we considered going in on one spot? We gotta think outside the box, man. This is survival, y'all. This survival. Combine our resources into one. I done kept y'all long enough. I done kept y'all long enough. I'm just gonna go all the way down because I'm way off on the chat, and I appreciate y'all being here. I'm gonna go back and read the chat, of course, but I just want to say, um, I wanted to share with you my experience when I got this lashing, as far as my integrity, as far as who I am, being bought out, being sold because I had an opinion. And my opinion is looking at things in an optimistic way. And my intentions was not to maim, or hurt anyone, but it was to bring a positive outlook to change. And I think as we journey through life, with our garden, whether it's our world, whether it's in our life, I think we need to start taking more optimistic looks dealing with change. If we don't, we will become victimized of that change. And there's no need for us to become victims when we have a choice. So, y'all, thank y'all for coming to the hood. Hope y'all stay blessed. Hope everything you touch, everything you speak, everything you think into existence be nothing but positive and fruitful. And I don't care whatever you do, make sure that you keep on growing. Grow. Much love to y'all. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Be well. Be blessed.